here often reminds me. He and Julie aren't exactly normal circumstances.
This is a pleasant surprise.
Couldn't stay away. Luke sits onto the sofa next to her, then hoists his feet up onto the coffee table as if he owns the place. You know me. I exhale loudly as I take up a guard position beneath his legs. If she really knew Luke, I doubt she'd let him in the house, let alone on the sofa. It took me long enough before I was allowed to sit there.
Can I get you anything?
Just this, says Luke, leaning across to plant a wet one, as Julie's dad describes the way I do it whenever anyone raises me to face level, on Julie's lips, and I have to look away. I don't know why, but I find this kissing thing Luke and Julie insist on doing unsettling, possibly because of the weird hum of pleasure he makes every time. I was just passing, realised how much I missed you.
Passing?
Says Julie, dejectedly. Then she does a double take, and a look flashes across Luke's face, and Julie's expression mirrors it. Then I realise why he's come round, and it shocks me so much it's all I can do not to let out a disgusted bark. From what I can work out, given his earlier phone call, he's going to have a quickie with Julie, then calmly pick up takeout and bring it home to his wife. Yeah. Luke licks his lips, an action which makes me shudder. I'm not interrupting any plans, am I? He asks, though I'm pretty sure he already knows the answer to that question. Julie rarely has any plans, mainly because, given Luke's situation, she can't make any.
No, just...
Julie nods at the TV.
Priya's going to be here in a bit. Game of Thrones is on.
Oh, yes, the dragon lady. He rolls his eyes, and I'm not sure whether he's referring to a character from the programme or Priya. Luke's not her biggest fan, and the feeling is definitely mutual.
I can call her,
says Julie, already reaching for her phone.
Tell her to come later. We can watch it on DVR.
Don't worry, I can't stay.
Oh.
The disappointment in Julie's voice is so obvious, Luke can't help but give a little victory smile. For long? He adds, looking pointedly at his watch.
Oh,
says Julie again, followed by another, but this time an I get it one, which makes me suspect she's up for it, as I'm sure Luke would probably describe her. It's at that moment I decide I can't just stand idly by and let him get away with this. So, as Julie shimmies across the sofa to straddle him, and Luke reaches up and starts unbuttoning her blouse, I squeeze myself out from underneath his still outstretched legs, leap up onto the sofa, and force my way between the two of them.
Doug!
Julie gives me a stern look.
Down!
I'm wishing I could say the same thing to Luke, but before I could decide what my next move's going to be, he picks me up, rather ungently it has to be said, and sets me back on the floor. Yes, Doug, down. Luke sniffs his fingers, makes a face, then surreptitiously wipes his hands on a cushion, which irks me even more, particularly since I've already had my bath this month. Now, where were we? He says, reaching for Julie's buttons a second time. As he busies himself with the contents of her blouse, he simultaneously blocks my route back up onto the sofa with his legs, and I fear I might be stymied, until I remember a tactic that Eddie, the Jack Russell star of the reruns of Frasier Julie and I love watching, often uses. I dart under the coffee table, leap up onto the armchair opposite the sofa, position myself in Luke's direct eye line, and fix him with my most disapproving stare. After a moment, my strategy works, because he opens his eyes mid-kiss, which is even creepier than the noises he makes, catches sight of me over Julie's shoulder, and breaks away from her.
Something the matter?
Asks Julie. Luke glares back at me. It's Doug.
What about him?
He's staring at me.
What?
Julie turns to look at me, so I hurriedly put on my best, most irresistible pug eyes, wrinkle my forehead to the maximum, then angle my head for good measure.
He's not staring, he's a pug. That's just how it appears.
It's disconcerting.
Well, just shut your eyes.
Julie leans down to kiss him again, and Luke does as instructed. But, sure enough, a few seconds later, he half opens one of them, to find I've resumed my visual assault. He's doing it.